This video is going to present some theories why food allergies are on the rise, especially in children, and what you can do about it. Welcome to another episode of TGIF, Talking Gut Immuno Fridays, where we discuss gut health and improving your immune function through lifestyle changes. If that sounds like something that interests you, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell so you never miss another video. According to a 2013 study released by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, food allergies have increased by over 50% in children from 1997 to 2011. Every 3 minutes, a food allergy reaction is serious enough to send someone to the emergency room. This accounts for more than 200,000 ER visits per year. And what's going on with this? Why are these food allergies increasing so much? If you've watched some of my other videos, you know I have a fascination with gut health and how we can improve this, because the gut makes up greater than 80% of our immune system. So what are we doing that's starting to trigger some of these responses in the bodies? No one knows for sure. The research is still very unclear about this. Anything that is pro-inflammatory is going to increase the permeability of the gut wall and lead to something like leaky gut syndrome, which, by the way, is a very real condition that many healthcare providers don't acknowledge. But there are small, tight junctions. There are small, tight junctions between the cells of the gut wall, and those do not allow anything to pass through those. But if we eat enough pro-inflammatory foods or things that break down these little, small, tight junctions that are impenetrable to things like food particles, then food particles are able to escape through the individual cells and into the bloodstream. We then mount an antibody response, and then sometimes we will develop a food allergy. So people that develop food allergies often develop more and more food allergies over time. I think we really got to step back and take a look at food. What in our food is causing some of these things? Is it the pesticides? We don't know for sure, but we do know that there are increasing amounts of pesticides used, particularly on GMO crops over a period of time. I'm not claiming necessarily that GMO foods are the culprit, but maybe it's the increased use of pesticides. Maybe it is the genetically modified foods. Nobody really knows. And it's hard to track these things because there are so many different factors. Anecdotally, I noticed that a lot of these food allergies seem to be occurring in younger and younger children. So is there a degree of genetic baggage? Is that a component to it? Are some of these subclinical gut pathologies like irritable bowel syndrome potentially morphing into something more serious like intense food allergies for their children? Now, I know that's a real shot in the dark, but it's certainly a possibility. We do know that genetic damage can carry over into future generations. Is that another component that's going on here? What about NSAID use, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs? So things like ibuprofen, for instance, or naproxen. Those drugs have a significant effect on inflammation on the gut wall. Are those contributing to gut permeability? There is some research that suggests this is the case. So be sure to use NSAIDs with caution. Only take them as prescribed and at as low of a dose as possible. And then, of course, there's the big one of particularly the 90s, is the overprescription of antibiotics. Now, antibiotics, especially broad-spectrum antibiotics, wreak havoc on our guts. And they're like a carpet bomb going in there, killing off all the good microbes and leaving us more vulnerable to pathogenic microbes, like things like yeast, which we know that creates inflammation in the gut wall as well. It's impossible for me to say which one of these components is the largest or if they all have an interplay. I can leave you with these thoughts on how to reduce the possibility of developing food allergies in the first place. Take care of your gut. Eat whole foods. Nourish yourself with natural probiotics like kimchi and sauerkraut that are fermented and not pasteurized. Avoid fried foods as much as possible and cook at home. These are some great ways you can nourish and rebuild the gut from the ground up. If you'd like to learn more about this process, see my video in the description below, Beyond Probiotics, Completely Restoring Gut Health. This has been another episode of TGIF. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell so you never miss another video. I'd love to hear what's helped your gut in your health journey, so be sure to leave a comment below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday.